everyone, and welcome to Yoga with Amy. Today's flow is called the Wild Moon Flow, and we're just going to go ahead and get started. So to start today, we're going to begin in Child's Pose. So let's go ahead and find Child's Pose. So big toes to touch. Take the knees about the width of your mat, so like a open hip Child's Pose here. And just send the hips back towards your heels and stretch your arms out in front of you. Let the head fall down to the mat and just release. Take a few deep breaths here in this Child's Pose. Exhaling with the mouth open, the mouth closed. Whatever feels natural to you. And as you take your deep breaths here in your Child's Pose position, really focus on sending your breath just all across the back, over all of the space, all the way down from your low back, your sacrum, and all the way up and around your spine. Good. Take one more deep breath here. Perfect. Let's come onto our hands and knees in tabletop positions. So that means the wrists underneath the elbows and the knees underneath the hips. We're going to take a few rounds of cat and cow here. So as you inhale, lift your heart and drop the belly. And as you exhale, round the spine and pull your belly button up in towards your spine. Let the head hang. Inhale, lift the heart, cow pose. And exhale, round the spine, cat pose. Good. Take a few more of these cat and cow rounds at your own pace, really connecting your breath with your movement and allowing your breath to be your guide. So sort of following the breath in and out of these shapes. Good. One more round here. Beautiful. And at the end of your next exhale, come back to tabletop with a neutral spine. And we're going to roll over onto our right side. So roll over onto the right hand and the right knee and face that long edge of the left side of your mat. Reach the left arm up towards the sky. So coming into like a modified side plank here. Pressing down through the palm of that right hand, at the same time reaching the left fingertips up towards the sky. Good. See if on your next inhale, if you can reach those left fingertips towards the front of your mat. So creating a long line down the left side of the body from the knife edge of that foot all the way out through the fingertips. Beautiful. Next inhale, bring those fingertips back up towards the sky. Stay here if you like. If it feels good, try lifting that back foot up off the ground. So finding a modified half moon here on the ground. Always have the option to keep that left foot on the ground. Good. If you're up here with me in this half moon, start to bend that left foot and reach the arm back to grab the left foot. Just giving yourself a little quad stretch here in this balance. And also you might feel this in your chest and left shoulder as well. Couple breaths here, just opening up the body. Once again, you always have the option to stay in that modified side plank with the foot on the ground. Beautiful. Gently release that left foot, keep it up in the air, and bring those fingertips towards the front of your mat once again. Take a big inhale here, and as you exhale, let's just bring that elbow to the knee, crunching through the left obliques. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Good, 3 more like that. Reach long. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Good. This time as you inhale, drop that left foot behind you. Start to twist up towards the sky. Find a modified wild thing. Beautiful. As you exhale, bring that left hand back down to the mat. Come back, tabletop position. Let's just take a cat and a cow to kind of reset. So cow, inhale, lift the heart up. Cat, exhale, around the spine. Beautiful. So let's take all of this to the other side. So this time, turn to face the long edge of your mat, keeping your left hand and left knee on the ground. Place that right foot on the earth and reach the right arm up towards the sky. So for the first few breaths, we're really just going to build the foundation of this pose by keeping that right foot on the ground. Beautiful. Maybe on this next inhale, you start to reach the fingertips long towards the front of your mat, feeling a stretch all the way up the right side of the body. Good. Next inhale, reach those fingertips back up towards the sky, and maybe you start to lift that back foot off the mat. Modified half moon pose. Pressing down through that left palm, keeping that left shoulder and right shoulder out of your ears. Good. If it feels good, start to reach back for that right foot. Pulling the heel in towards the glute, just opening up across the front of the body. And keeping the core engaged, not sinking into the low back. Beautiful. Gently, gently release that foot. Keep it up in the air. Reach those fingertips long towards the front of your mat once again. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, bring that elbow to knee. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. You're doing great. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. This time as you inhale, drop that right foot behind you. Open up towards the sky. Modified wild thing. Let your heart lift towards the sky above you. As you exhale, bring the hand and knee back down to the earth, tabletop position. Excellent job. Take an inhale, find cow pose. And as you exhale, send your hips up and back to find downward facing dog. Good. So with this being the first down dog of the practice, really just let your body kind of work its way into this shape. So whether that means walking your dog, bending your right knee, then the left, maybe gently rocking the hips side to side, just sort of feeling into this shape for today and gently allowing your body to move deeper. Good. Let's walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen out your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press into the feet, reach the arms all the way up overhead, palms to touch. And exhale, bring the hands back down by your side, mountain pose. Let's take 3 solid, rooted breaths here in this mountain pose, inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. One last time. Inhale And exhale. Beautiful. We're going to take just a few sun salutation A's here together. So inhale, reach the arms all the way up overhead. As you exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, hands to your shins, lengthen out your spine. As you exhale, bring your palms down to the mat and step back to plank pose. Inhale, heart moves forward. And exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the mat, releasing your toes. Inhale, lift your heart for cobra pose. As you exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. At the bottom of your next exhale, walk or step your feet up to meet your hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold forward. Press down through the feet. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, palms down to the mat. And step or jump back to your plank. Slowly lower through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, or maybe you start to come a little higher up into upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. At the bottom of your next exhale, walk, step, or jump those feet up to the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway, flatten the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press down through the feet. Reach the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Last time. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, palms down, step or jump back, plank pose. Slowly lower. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hips come up, downward facing dog. Good. On your next breath in, reach your right leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, bring it up in between those hands. Keep the back knee off the ground. Rise up and find your high crescent lunge. Beautiful. Reaching those fingertips up towards the sky, shooting energy out through that back heel. One breath here. Good. As you exhale, we're going to come into half moon, so pressing all the weight on that front foot, reaching the left arm up towards the sky as the back foot comes up off the mat, half moon pose. So in this half moon pose here, this is what we did last at the beginning of our practice, just taking the modification out. If you'd like to modify here, you can always keep that back foot onto the ground. One breath here. Good. As you exhale, bring that left hand down to the mat. Bring the back foot down. And come into a twist, reaching that right arm up towards the right side of your mat, keeping the back knee off the earth. One breath here. And exhale, come into side plank on the left side. So bringing that right foot on top of the left, reaching the right arm up towards the sky, pressing down through that left palm, feeling the strength and balance in your body. Beautiful. And begin to drop that right foot behind you. Find the full expression of Wild Thing. Reach the heart up towards the sky. Good. Come back into your plank pose and choose your path to downward facing dog. Excellent. Let's take this over to the other side. So inhale, reach the left foot up towards the sky. Exhale, bring that left foot in between the hands. Keep that back knee off the ground. Really build your foundation and find your balance before coming up into that high crescent lunge, reaching the fingertips up. Take just a couple breaths here to really get that firm foundation, get your balance before taking off into half moon, Here we go. All the weight on that front foot. Lift the back leg. Reach the left fingertips towards the earth and start to rotate towards that long edge of your mat. Opening up through the hips and having the belly button face that long edge of your mat. Always have the option to keep this back foot down on the ground. Always have the option to bend the knee. Make this pose work for you. One more breath here. Good. As you exhale, bring both hands down to the mat. Bring that back foot down. Stay in this low lunge and reach the left arm up towards the sky. Low lunge twist. Beautiful. One more big breath here. Exhale, find that strength to bring the left foot on top of the right and find side plank. Pressing down through that right palm, lifting up through the side obliques. One strong breath here. Good. As you exhale, start to drop that left foot behind you. Open the heart up towards the sky. Full expression of Wild Thing. And exhale, come back to plank pose. Choose your path, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Once in down dog, take your right foot up, lift it up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring that right knee to the right wrist. Drop the back knee. We're coming into pigeon pose here. So bringing the right knee to the right wrist. Bringing that right foot in line with the mat. Taking a few breaths upright in this pigeon pose first, because we want to make sure before we fold down that we still have a long spine, not sinking into the low back. So slowly allow yourself the time to crawl down into this pigeon pose, coming down onto the forearms. Maybe lower if that feels good to you. Really just allowing the breath to guide your body deeper and deeper into this outer hip opener. And you might feel your heart beating from all the strong work we just did. Good. One more breath. Good. Slowly start to come back into downward facing dog. And do whatever you need to do to kind of stretch that hip out. Maybe just open it up a little bit, straightening and bending the leg before bringing it back down and moving to the other side. So lift the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, left knee to left wrist. Drop that back knee. And maybe you notice in pigeon that you're tighter on one side than the other. That's completely normal. There's no need to try to force one side of the body to be like the other. Just allow it to be how it is. And so just like we did on the right leg, let's really take our time folding into this. Only going as deep as we can while keeping our spine long and really keeping integrity in the pose. So whether that means staying up on the palms, bringing the elbows and forearms down, or maybe chest all the way on the floor. Really customize this to serve you in this moment. Good. One more breath here in this pigeon pose. Good. Slowly start to come out. Come back into your downward facing dog. Once again, stretching that left leg out gently, whatever feels good. Let's drop the heels down. Let's drop the knees down and bring the hips back towards the heels. Come back to child's pose where we started. Notice how different this pose feels now as opposed to the beginning when you stepped on your mat 20 minutes ago. Just notice, maybe there's more space, maybe you're a little warmer, maybe you feel a little more alive. Good. Slowly start to walk the hands in back towards the knees. Come back to a comfortable seated position. Let's take a big breath. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, bring the palms down to your heart center. I thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you feel alive and energized with this wild moon flow. I'll see you next time. Bye.